Hey guys, Brady here. Real quick, so I know I did a video about a couple months ago talking about my disappointment with Universal and how they're handling the Universal monster movies that they're doing with Blumhouse. And I didn't like the directors they chose. They chose some feminists to do a Dracula movie. The same lady that did Jennifer's Body. She's apparently like a man hating person and wants to do a Dracula movie, which I'm very afraid for because it's going to be very like uh, Ghostbusters 2016 or the new Charlie's Angels. It's going to be like that, and I don't want that in a Universal monster movie, especially coming from Blumhouse, because Blumhouse is one of my favorite up and coming film studios because they've I just really love their business model. They make small budget movies, and then they make a huge profit off of that. And I think Jason Blum is a fucking genius when it comes to that. But like with movies like Black Christmas and like um, uh, the upcoming Invisible Woman, and it's just like they're like these female centric movies, and they're like all I feel like they're all going to be especially Invisible Woman is going to be man hating because it's directed by Elizabeth Banks, and Elizabeth Banks directed Charlie's Angels, and Charlie's Angels was nothing but uh, man hating. I heard it was like a total like feminist girl power movie, and I hope she doesn't do. She's probably going to do the same thing with this Invisible Woman movie, and same with Paul Feig. But instead, I think what this video is for. I think that whoever is the head of this should look for bigger and better directors for these movies. Like, here's a list of directors I would like to see do these movies. David F. Sandberg, who did Annabelle Creation and Shazam and Lights Out. I think he'd do a perfect monster movie for Universal. He's already tapped into the horror genre, so I think that like he'll be a perfect fit for this universe. And same with Lee Winnell did an amazing job with Invisible Man. That movie is I really liked it. I only saw the first trailer because I heard the second trailer spoiled even more. So I stayed away from the second trailer, and Invisible Man was just so fucking good. It's probably my favorite movie of the year. I've only seen maybe like 15 movies this year because I'm trying not to see movies that go straight on demand because I'd rather just wait for the Blu-ray to come out since it'll be the same price. Um, but yeah, Invisible Man was fantastic. But yeah, James Wan should do a Universal Monster movie. Um, who else? James Wan, David F. Sandberg, Andy Muschietti. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm terrible. But he did It 1 and 2 and Mama, and he's doing Flash. So I think he would be a good fit for this universe. So that's three. Um, can't think of anyone else at the moment. But yeah, ironically, those people all did horror films for Warner Brothers. I they did horror films. They'd be perfect for this series and not like Paul Feig or Elizabeth Banks. I think like I think that their what's it called? Their style is not going to fit this universe. They're just choosing them because the chairman of Universal, the chairperson of Universal, actually no, fuck it, chairman of Universal, has a specific agenda that they want to push, and that since Paul Feig is a male feminist and Elizabeth Banks is a feminist, like, oh, we want your views in our movies, so do Invisible Woman and do your crappy Dark Monster or whatever the fuck it's called movie. Monster Army, or I don't know what Paul Feig is doing. It's gonna be terrible. Hopefully it's not, but it's Paul Feig. It's probably gonna be crap. Although I did like the Heat, I thought Spy was pretty fucking funny. Ghostbusters, although not as bad as people said it was or expecting it to be, still wasn't a good movie. I I've yet to see Last Christmas. I don't want to see Last Christmas because I refuse to see a movie where Amelia Clark gets shit on by a bird. I just don't want to see that. Um, I don't think it's funny. Uh, but he's probably gonna have some gross out humor in his Universal Monster movie. But yeah, so that's just some of the directors I think would be perfect for the Universal Monster universe in place of these feminist SJW directors. Um, Let me know in the comments below on who you think would be a better fit for this universe. Do you like my choices? Do you are you one of those people like, yeah, I like Paul Feig, and yeah, I like Elizabeth Banks. I think they'd be perfect. If you think they're going to be perfect, please explain why. I'm really curious on why you think that those two would be a great fit when all they've done is nothing but comedies. I mean, Paul Feig has like one or two not, or yeah, at least two non comedies. One is something David or whatever. My Name is David, which came out in 2002, and then another movie is not last year, 2 years ago. He did a movie called Simple Favor, which wasn't a comedy. So he has done some serious stuff. So maybe, but Elizabeth Banks, she's directed two comedies, Pitch Perfect 2 and Charlie's Angels. I mean, she's done some dramatic movies. She did Catch Me If You Can and Seabiscuit, and yeah, but her directing. Oh yeah, she also directed a segment in movie 43. Her directing, on the other hand, no. I only saw movie 43, and well, I wouldn't even count that as her directing a movie. I only saw Pitch Perfect 2. I want to see Charlie's Angels. I know it's a feminist piece of shit, but I still want to see it because I still have some sort of interest in it. I'll see almost anything if it's like a big studio tentpole, but I won't watch Netflix because Netflix sucks.